Ali Sheikh, who died actually right here, this wall, on Eid Day. On Eid Day, he went out protesting with some friends. He had told his parents that he could not celebrate Eid where there were political prisoners in jail. And even though he was only 14 years old, he was determined to join in peaceful protests. And when he went out, they were very few. They were peaceful. They were chanting. A riot police car came, and one of the riot police shot him directly in the neck with tear gas, and he fell and died instantly. What happens in Bahrain is when someone dies, they start targeting his family instead of trying to get them back their rights, instead of trying to find who the person who killed him is. They targeted his family and his whole street. They started throwing tear gas inside their homes, Ali's family and their relatives. And this next martyr is Sayyid Jawad, who's actually a relative of Ali's. He's a cousin, and he was in his home after Ali's death by 2 weeks when riot police went into their house and threw tear gas inside their house. By the time he could get all the kids and his mother and father, who were elderly and sick, out of the house, he was suffocating, and that same night he died because of suffocation from tear gas. And then 2 months after Ali Sheikh's death, one of his best friends, martyr Sayyid Hashim, who is also a young kid, he's 15, 1 year older than Ali. He died on the next road from here. He was protesting a lot because of Ali's death. It touched him a lot, and he had decided to go out protesting, say, his family. And in the same way that Ali was shot at, he was shot at with tear gas, 2 shots near the head and the neck, and he fell dead as well. One of the ways that the regime has been targeting martyrs and their families is that even these graves here, if you notice, they haven't been built permanently. There's just some flowers and some pictures, because what happens is that every now and again riot police attack the graves. They break everything on the graves, and that's why there are no real headstones on any of these graves. And this is something that really hurts the families. Maybe compared to their death, it's something smaller, but it still hurts the families that they feel that their children are being attacked even after their death, and they're not allowing the families to commemorate the deaths of these martyrs. Ali al-Mu'min's father was sitting right here when Ali Sheikh was shot. He was sitting right here with the back, and he heard the shot, and he turned and he saw Ali Sheikh on the ground. And he was telling me that when he used to come here to visit his son's grave, riot police would come and start cursing him and swearing at him, telling him that his son, basically cursing his son and saying that he's not a real martyr, he's this, he's that, in front of the father, and he couldn't do anything about it. It's one of their ways to just break people down. Another thing they did is that riot police attacked the house of Ali Sheikh. They went inside and they started tearing up all the pictures of Ali that were on the wall. And these things are really, they're not necessary for them to do, but that just shows you how inhumane and brutal the regime is here, how little they care about people, even after they have committed such a big crime.